Core here with Crash and Burn Racing, and today we're going to be making a tiny Whoov out of a tiny whoop. To make our tiny Whoov, we will need a frame here to put all our components onto, and we'll need a tiny whoop, or in this case these are 1.0. These are super cheap, and what we'll do is we're going to strip this all down, and we're going to take this all apart down to these components right here. And we will be taking this frame and we'll be taking it apart to mount to the frame here. And as well, what I'm going to do is basically just cut these off right at the base of the frame here to leave this duct part right here. So I'm going to start with that first. I now have 4 trimmed ducts ready to put on the body there. And I do want to add that you actually don't need to use these ducts on some other designs. There's other options out there on Thingiverse where you actually don't have to have these frame components. So if you have a broken up frame and you want to steal parts from that, that would be a good option for you also. We're now ready to put the motors back into the ducts. And if you're starting with a fresh like E0 or 1.0 here, you can just trim off these ducts nicely and leave the motors in there. Because in my case, to get these back onto this board, or excuse me, onto this motor, I'll actually have to desolder, run the wire through here, and then put it back on. So I'm going to get the soldering iron back out and then put these ducts back on. Now we're ready to put on props. So instead of putting them on like the normal way like this, we're going to put them backwards like this. And in order to get these put on, you're going to have to take a little X-Acto knife here and just open up that hole a little bit. Now you can press them on. So the stock rotation is to go in this way right here. So you would take the opposite one here, which would be this one, and we're going to put this one on here backwards, and we'll do that for the rest of the other 3. Now we're ready to actually mount the board right here and start mounting our ducts into this frame. So we're just going to get it put on here, and to secure the flight controller, we're just going to use 2 regular little M2 screws here. So let me get this mounted real quick. Now with our flight controller secure, there's these little notches here built into this opening, and we should just be able to slip this right in here. That one's in. Front 2 are now in. Now to secure the back, we've got some holes right here. Put the duct right in here, and we're going to secure that with a zip tie. Our tiny Whoov is now completely assembled, and so let's plug this in to see if it get any smoke here. Looks good. Let's tuck a battery away in that little slot that I made, and we're going to turn on our controller here. Alright, well, it's going forward there a little bit. That's a good sign. Oh, look at that. So when you drive these things, you only use the left stick. So if I want to go left, oh, it goes left. Look at that. That is so cool. This is like one of the easiest things I've ever built. This is so awesome. Alright, so we've moved to my living room here. This is about the biggest space I have that's smooth. So let's give it a quick shot here. And yeah, it's working pretty good. Now this is an old E0 1.0 that was really beat up, and it's actually performing pretty well. So this is a very nice, simple little project here. It was easy to swap over, and there's a lot of fun factor in this little guy. And I did test this on carpet. It actually worked pretty well. I was able to go over it just fine. It was short carpet, but yeah. So if you're interested in one of these, I actually have an extra body and another E0 1.0. I've already got the lead soldered on here. And I'm going to be giving this away. So if you just leave a comment down below and just please be a subscriber, and I'm going to give away this probably Saturday. So upcoming Saturday, I'll post a winner of who wins this guy, and I'll ship it out to you. And I'm just going to open up to anywhere. I don't care who you are or where you are. If you are a winner, I'll ship this to you. And if you're not a winner, I am going to post the files to Thingiverse. I'm going to have this version, which is for the E0 1.0, and as well as the other mounting pattern for just a normal tiny whoop flight controller. That wraps up this video. If you have any questions, please post them in the comments down below. I'm Core with Crash and Burn Racing, and thank you for watching.